Good day, I am Nimorjan Lahoy, and for my presentation, I'll be tackling all about the importance of human rights in the face of changing social conditions and technological development. Living in a just and progressive society where citizens have the freedom to grow is what the good life includes. Everyone has the freedom to make decisions that will allow them to grow as individuals and as part of society. The United Nations General Assembly declared the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, or the UDHR, on December 10, 1948, wherein UDHR preamble states, whereas recognition of inherent dignity and of equal and inalienable rights of the human family is the foundation of freedom, justice, and peace in the world. Human dignity is a fundamental aspect of our living. Article 2 of the 1987 Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines said, "The state respects the dignity of every human being and ensures that they are treated with dignity." Human rights are something that everyone should be concerned about. Now let's dwell on to the concepts of human dignity. Letter A, it focuses on the inherent worth of each individual. Such dignity is based solely on a person's humanity and is unaffected by intelligence, morality, or social rank. Intrinsic dignity is a presupposition of human equality, implying that each individual is born with the same amount of dignity. Letter B. Dignity can express and serve as a grounds for enforcing various substantive values. Substantive expressions of dignity necessitate a certain style of life. Self-control, bravery, and modesty are all examples of dignified behavior. This dignity encapsulates a particular vision of what it means to live a good life for a man. What helps human life flourish for both the individual and the community. Letter C. Constitutional courts often associate dignity with recognition and respect. Respect for a person's dignity means acknowledging and affirming them for who they are. Individuals must show mutual respect and care in order to receive this acknowledgement. We pave the road for a just and progressive society when we fully understand and respect this truth in ourselves and all those around us, regardless of our socioeconomic level. Now, for this slide, the following are some of the most important and necessary human rights articles in the good life. So these are narrowed into 7 articles. First article is that freedom from equality. Every human being is born with the same dignity and rights. We are endowed with intellect and conscience, and we should behave in a spirit of cooperation, of brotherly love. Article 2 is the freedom from discrimination. Without regard to race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinions, national or social origin, property, birth, or other position, everyone is entitled to all rights and freedoms. Next is Article 3. This is freedom to life, liberty, and security of a person. Arrest or detention without cause shall be prohibited. No one's liberty may be taken away except on legal reason and in compliance with legal procedures. Article 4. Freedom from slavery. No one shall be held in servitude or slavery, and slavery and the slave trade in all forms shall be prohibited. Article 5. Freedom from torture, cruelty, and degrading. Torture as well as cruel, inhumane, or humiliating treatment or punishment are forbidden. Article 6. Freedom from recognition. Every human has the right to be recognized as persons before the law in all places. And the last article is all about the legal equalities. Everyone is equal in the eyes of the law, and everyone is entitled to equal protection under the law. That everybody is entitled to equal protection from any discrimination that violates this declaration. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights today serves as a framework for determining what each person is entitled to. To prevent injustice and oppression, we must all understand and practice these fundamental rights. Now let's dwell onto the human versus robots. As for today, the manual labor is gradually being phased out due to a number of reasons, including that computers are becoming advanced. Second is that robots are made to execute complex, repetitive, or dangerous tasks and are frequently built to seem like humans. Third is that the advancement of artificial intelligence, or also known as the AI, robots may one day act and make decisions in the same way as humans do. Fourth, artificial intelligence appears like something out of a science fiction film to Filipinos. However, it is undoubtedly useful in getting traction, particularly in the business process outsourcing market, BPO. Fifth, unemployment is just one of the ethical issues raised by AI's broad use. The following are some examples of sample queries that must be mentioned, especially when confronted with technology that poses a risk to human dignity and well-being. One should ask, is the value of the person inversely proportional to that of a machine exhibiting? A person should also ask, what does this mean for human beings who can be replaced by machines? Last is that a person must ask, how do we guard against mistakes committed by machines? Number 6. The internet has quickly become a go-to resource for finding solutions to questions. People, for example, frequently accept what a search engine such as the Google. We lost how to analyze information, read it, think about it further, and put it into context. As the internet has evolved, we are in danger of becoming less intelligent as technology advances. Number 7. This is according to Nicholas Cart, year 2008. He asserted in his article, Is the Google Making Us Stupid?, that as we rely on computers to mediate our understanding of the world, it is our own intelligence that flattens into artificial intelligence, or the AI. Last is, as society evolves, so does science and technology, resulting in increasingly complicated concerns. The key thing is that we can safeguard and practice human rights for everyone in our quest for happiness. As a result of these breakthroughs, we are more free, more rational, and more loving in our science and technology practice. Next slide is why the future does not need us. The genetics, nanotechnology, and robotics, according to Bill Joy, are the most potent 21st century technologies, or commonly known as the GNR. It is possible that humanity will go extinct as a result of their uncritical and unthinking adoption of new technologies. According to Joy, emerging technologies pose a far larger threat to humanity than any other technology has ever posed. He specializes on engineering, nanotechnology, and robotics in particular. Each of these technologies, he added, holds untold promise. The prospect of near immortality motivates us. Genetic engineering may soon provide treatments, if not outright cures, for most ailments, and nanotechnology and nanomedicine can address far more ills. It has the potential to greatly increase our average lifespan and improve our quality of life. Next, the atomic bomb, a devastating weapon designed by brilliant scientists led by J. Robert Oppenheimer, was a clear evidence to the progress of science and technology. After the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, however, this was a devastating reminder of its destructive power. With genetics, nanotechnology, and robotics, or the GNR, we are encouraged to be cautious of technology and to examine it. As Heidegger proposed that through questioning, we develop a method. GNR is now available to small groups and individuals, and it may not require the same level of resources and infrastructure as nuclear weapons and weapons of mass devastation. Science and technology may represent the pinnacle of human reasoning. People can also use it to shape or destroy the world. When the intellect, rationality, science, and technology powers become evident, and we are unable to rein in the vanity, arrogance of such liberated powers. We are on the verge of destroying the earth. Before I end my presentation, I would like to leave you a quote from David Warlick. We need technology in every classroom and in every student and teacher's hand because it is the pen and paper of our time, and it is the lens through which we experience much of our world. That's the end of my presentation, and thank you for listening.